Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fallout 76 for another weapons spotlight, where today we're going to take a look at a Bloodied Gauss Shotgun. Remember, as always, if you like videos like this and you want to see more, do go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. You all know the drill at this point. Before we get started here, as always, what I do is first we're going to spend a little bit of time going over the weapon and the build, and then we'll jump into the testing action. I will leave timestamps in the video so you can skip ahead if you want to, or you can watch through the build information if you like. All right, without further ado, let's take a look at the weapon. And as we can see, we've got a Bloodied Gauss Shotgun. This one's got the Bloodied effect, 15% faster reload, and extra bashing damage, which, as we all know, I just absolutely love, or don't love, because it's completely useless on a weapon like this. Faster reload helps, but it's not game-changing, so we're not going to spend a lot of time focusing on that. What we're looking at today is overall damage, overall just stopping power of this weapon, and I think we're going to have a little bit of fun with this one today. We've got the hardened receiver, so we can do the most damage possible outside of a prime receiver. Yes, a prime receiver does give you better damage, but it requires flux to make ammo, so it's a trade-off I'm not willing to make. It just makes things more of a hassle, in my opinion. We get a ton of damage out of this thing no matter what, so I think we'll do just fine without it. If you like prime receivers and you don't have a problem with using all that flux, then hey, go for it. You'll do a little better than this. Extended barrel is going to give us better range. Precise stock is going to help us with hipfire accuracy and our condition bar. Perforating magazine is going to give us a little bit of armor penetration, which is important because there's no tank killer perk for shotguns, so that definitely helps. We've got a reflex sight, which is also going to help our hipfire accuracy and our VATS AP cost. And I just left it with the default appearance. There have been a few skins that have come out for it, but honestly, I like the stock look. I think it looks great. So that's the weapon, and you can see we're doing almost 1,000 damage at Nerd Rage threshold. We've got plenty of ammo to use, and I think we get the point. Let's take a look at mutations. Now, this build is normally my Bloodied Stealth Commando. I'm using a secondary build now that we have special loadouts, which is fantastic. It is still a bit of a work in progress, and I'll talk about that a little more when we look at the perks. But for mutations, all this stuff makes sense. Adrenal reaction for extra damage at low health. Bird bones and marsupial so we can jump high and land softly and get a little more AP from agility. Carnivore so meat is more effective. Chameleon is completely useless in every way. Eagle eyes gives us better perception for VATS accuracy and better critical damage. Egghead gives us more intelligence for more XP. Healing factor so I don't have to burn up stim packs in between fights. Scaly skin for some extra damage and energy resistance. Speed demon so we can move faster and reload quicker. And this character has talons, which is pointless on this guy, but with the effects of Class Freak, we're not really noticing too many negatives. And bear in mind that visual bug is still here, where even though we're running Class Freak, some of these negatives aren't reduced in the descriptions. They are reduced. We're not being affected by anything there, but it's just a visual bug. That's all it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at legendary perks. We'll start off with Ammo Factory. This is my main character, so that perk is maxed out completely, which makes ammo crafting far more efficient. I've got 1 point in legendary intelligence. Eventually that'll go up higher, but for now we just have the 1 point. Then we move on to legendary charisma, where don't do what I did, boys and girls. This one is a bad decision. So yeah, if you want more charisma, just put it in your build and max out a different legendary special stat. Legendary charisma does let you take more charisma perks, which is nice, but it unfortunately does not allow you to share more perks. So until they fix that, if they ever fix that, probably not a wise investment. From there, we've got follow through, which when I'm running Stealth Commando makes a ton of sense because I'm doing a lot of sneak attacks. Where with this weapon, unfortunately, we can't put a suppressor on it. So it's pretty loud. We will get some sneak attacks. I will sneak a little bit today just to keep myself from getting overwhelmed by enemies. But this one's probably not going to be a huge factor for us today. And finally, we end up with legendary endurance and legendary luck. once again, so we can take more perks in those categories. And the perks we take there for a shotgunner are a little different maybe than what we take for a stealth commando, at least under luck. And we'll go into a little bit of detail with that. Now we'll take a look at the special build and the regular perk cards. And what you'll see here is that I've got my special points allocated where I want them, but I don't actually have all the perk cards yet. This is a secondary build on my main character, so we're pretty far along, but I still need a handful of levels yet to really get everything I want. But we're close enough that I think we're going to get the point of what this weapon can do. We can all just understand that with a perfect build, it's going to be even more effective. But let's take a look at what we have. So strength is at 15, so that eventually I can take all of the shotgunner perks. Right now you can see I've only got 4 points in those, so we're leaving a pretty good amount of damage on the table. Scatter shot is going to make our shotguns weigh less and make them reload faster, which is definitely helpful. Bandolier is going to reduce the weight of ballistic ammo, which is what I normally carry tons of. There is a perk under intelligence to reduce the weight of energy ammo, but I'm not really carrying that much of that, so I'm okay with that. Perception is at 6. In a perfect world, we'd max that out more, but it's not a perfect world. We have to live with what we have, and so I'll rely on Unyielding Armor to give us a little bit better VATS accuracy from perception. And we have Skeet Shooter, which is going to tighten up the spread of our shotguns and make them more accurate. And we also have Concentrated Fire maxed out, so we can target weak points more effectively and get extra damage from that. Under Endurance, we've got Radical, which is going to boost my strength when I'm gating my health with rads. And Revenant, so if I get revived, I do extra damage. Not going to be a significant thing today, but in normal gameplay, it's definitely something that is effective. Under Charisma, I'm running solo on a private world today. Simply put, there's a bug in the game since the last update where enemies, once they're killed, they just don't seem to respawn on public worlds. So yeah, gotta run in a private world if we want to do a weapon spotlight right now, because nothing's spawning anywhere. So isn't that fun? But hopefully that'll get fixed soon. But here we've got Lone Wanderer. Under Intelligence, we've got Nerd Rage for more damage, better AP regen, and some extra DR at low health. And we've got Demolition Expert maxed out because all of your Gauss weapons now have an inherent explosive quality that is benefited by Demolition Expert. And we've got Scrapper so that when I scrap things, I get more steel to use for ammo. Agility is at 14. Again, perfect world, it'd be at 15, but you know, we got to pick and choose a little bit. So I may shuffle a couple things around eventually, but it's where we are right now. I've got Covert Operative here because there isn't really a lot else to put there, but some of my shotguns will be stealth, some of them are not. This one is not, but it's there. We'll live with it for today. Enforcer at 1 point is going to greatly increase the chances of crippling a limb with our shotgun. Now, you might wonder why that's not maxed out, and the reason it's not maxed out is because, in general, 1 point is enough. 3 does make it a little more effective, but what I found is there's not a big difference. So I'm not going to burn up perk points on that just yet when I need things like shotgunner cards for more damage. So that'll be a lower priority. We've got Sneak maxed out, even though I'm not going to use this really as a stealth weapon, at least that's not my plan. Even though we're not really going to do that, I still want to be able to be stealthy so that we're not getting mobbed by enemies and we can get out of the way. Adrenaline is going to give us more damage as we take on bigger mobs. Escape Artist, of course, helps us escape when we're detected, and Action Boy is going to help us refresh our AP a little bit quicker. So if you're looking at that and wondering if that makes any sense, yeah, the whole agility tree right now on this build is a little bit of a mess. It's going to get tweaked a little in time. Luck, we've got maxed out Bloody Mess for extra damage, better criticals for more critical power, Serendipity so we can avoid damage at low health, Starch Genes and Class Freak so we can keep our mutations and reduce their negative effects. And right now I have 1 point in Quick Hands to give us a chance to automatically reload when our magazine is empty. So that can be useful. You know, I wanted to max out Luck here because we've got 8 pellets in the shotgun. With high luck, we're going to get a lot of criticals. So I'm kind of thinking that high luck is going to be enough rather than relying on critical perks. But enough chit chat. Let's go kill stuff. And here we are at the Whitespring Golf Club. I am going to sneak in here, because if there's anywhere I'm going to get mobbed and killed, it's going to be here. Well, headshot does the trick. Torso shot does the trick. And yeah, as we can see, this weapon is extremely powerful. The key is to charge it up. If you don't charge it first, you're not going to do very amazing damage. It's not hard to charge up, and then that's your target, and there you go. Gotta watch out a little bit, though. That area of effect from the explosions is still pretty powerful. So I can see damaging myself a little bit here. So we want to be careful. Now, normally I like to go after headshots, but if the torso shot is doing the trick, then why not just use that? And there, I took a little bit of damage from, yeah, there's a little bit more from the explosion. I'm playing with fire a little bit. Okay, get away. Run away. Use Escape Artist. And there we go. We're back into caution, and they've lost me. And now we'll go hunt them down with a little bit of space between us, where we're a little bit safer. And look at that. It took out both of them. This weapon is very, very powerful. And yeah, so anybody out there that says the Gauss Shotgun isn't very good, or, you know, these weapons that came from Wastelanders aren't very good, yeah, you know, this one really is pretty good. It really is. Now, admittedly, it's a bloodied version, so we're doing extra damage, but I'm pretty sure that we would still be doing pretty well even if we were at full health. And there we go. Fisty blows himself up once again. Isn't that fun, everyone? It's always this corner of the Whitespring, too. I love some of the corpse positions you end up in this game. And we're back at it here. We'll finish clearing this place out. It shouldn't be too much trouble. I always get myself cornered in that spot, and I know better, but, you know, you can't win them all. Let's see what happens with the Wendigo. We got a critical on the headshot and one shot. One shot kill on the glowing Wendigo. Now, we did have stealth going for us. This is definitely more effective than I expected it to be in terms of stealth. We're not staying undetected easily, but oh, and I did it again. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. And I am wearing a dense mod on my chest armor too, so yeah, beware of your own explosions with this thing. It's definitely pretty strong. So let's take a quick peek outside, see if we've got anybody hanging out here. Looks like we've got one. Nothing we can't handle. And what else do we have? There's usually one or two out here, but some of them might have come running in. And looks like that's what happened here. Sometimes if you come in... Oh, no, we got one left. There we go. But yeah, if you come in with a loud weapon, that's fairly common. Let's head up the catwalk to Commie-land and go hunt down some liberators and communist soldiers. And we can see again, very effective. Even though we are in danger, we are still one-shotting all of these things, even with some distance on them. Do a little that's critical there, but there's so much distance there, it's not very helpful. All right, we're going to have to get a little closer. We're back in caution. See if we can make it through here without blowing ourselves up again. And another liberator. Oh, you're getting a little close. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe there isn't a bug with how dense armor affects these explosions, because I've run with other explosive weapons before and even other Gauss shotguns, and I have not had this problem. But maybe it's just dumb luck. Maybe I'm just being careless. We'll have to try and be a bit more careful as we go here, but not enough deaths to justify a blooper reel just yet. But we're getting close. All right, we're going to try and get closer there, and one shot down, even in the torso. And we still have stealth working for us. That was a little closer than I probably should have been, but we got away with it. And do we have a missile sniper upstairs? Let's find out. And yes, indeed we do. Let's take him down. Give ourselves a little space here. And through the reflex sight, still one shot. All charged up and ready to go. Let's go ahead here and run around back. We'll have one more soldier here. And let's see what happens with our power armor soldier, our power armor commander. With a VATS critical again, one shot to the torso, dead. Let's head on inside and see who's left. We'll finish mopping this place up, and hopefully we get into close quarters here and don't include ourselves in that mop-up duty. And 1, 2, 3, we're in danger. 4, 5, there we go. One-shot kills all around to the torso. You really can't beat this thing. I'm not sure it surprises anybody, but, you know, normally, again, I love going for the headshots and the weak spot shots, but it's easier to hit in VATS if you can target the torso, so why not? We'll get back in caution here. I'm kind of enjoying the stealth aspects of things. It's not, it's definitely not the same as running like a suppressed handmaid or anything, but it's not that hard. As long as I maintain a little bit of distance, I can stay fairly stealthy even though this is a loud weapon. So this place is clear. Let's go see how this does on a Behemoth. All right, and down the path we go. So we will take advantage of stealth here and see if maybe we can get a follow-through to process to give us a little extra damage, because we'll probably be detected right after the first shot. So if we make him take a little extra damage, that might help. I'm betting 2 or 3 shots. Let's see how we do. And I want to highlight the head. And we've got a critical. Good. Look at that. Look at that. Almost half. And we got detected. So yeah, it worked kind of how I figured. But 3 shots. Almost got him in 2. If we had stayed in stealth, we might have gotten him in 2. But I can live with 3 on a glowing Behemoth, even though we were cutting it a little close there. All right, time for the Scorched and the Scorchbeast. Let's see how we do here. This is where Enforcer is going to be particularly vital. That's going to get the Scorchbeast to land, if we can cripple a wing. With the limited range on shotguns, you have to be careful here. You've got to get the Scorchbeasts to land. Even though you can hit them when they're in the air with a shotgun, you're paying such a damage penalty because of your reduced range that it's not very effective. So you want to cripple a limb and get them to land. But first we're going to have to clear out some of these Scorched. So far so good. Using VATS to the head is making quick work of them. Once we got a little bit of adrenaline built up, we're killing most of these guys in 1 shot. So no problem there. Here, stealth was not nearly as helpful as it was in some of those other areas. Okay, where did Mr. Scorchbeast go? There, you're way over there. Okay, let's get a wing highlighted. We got a critical to the wing, but it didn't cripple yet. Let's see how many shots it takes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will prove to me that I should have had 3 points in Enforcer. Nope, there we go. Second hit and it's down. Because remember, each pellet in your shotgun is a chance to cripple. So even if you only have a 5% chance in 2 shots, that means you're probably going to get a cripple. So we're doing pretty good. Head's crippled already. All right, I've got to be careful here. I don't want to get so close that I blow myself up. What if I just dump some shots in here? Okay, that one's charged up. Yeah, you can see the damage reduction there. Charging up definitely works better. And yeah, so once we get it on the ground, fairly efficient. Not super fast, but not bad. Certainly doesn't compete with a handmade or a commando weapon, but you've got a lot of power in those individual shots, even though it's a bit slow. So here we are outside Huntersville with the floaters, and 1 shot kills all around on them as well. And remember, when you see these damage numbers floating on top of each other, those are multiple numbers on top of each other. So when you see that 60, that's 60 times 8, 1 for each pellet. When you see that explosive damage number, it's that number times 8. So we're getting quite a bit of damage out of that. And you can see there, the area of effect is really helpful. That was a super mutant and his face-eating hound, and they both died in 1 shot. I like that. That makes Fisty happy. Killing multiple super mutants very efficiently makes me very happy. And you're dead too. Look at that. This weapon, if you want something you can run around and one-shot kill with, this is definitely the weapon for you. Let's get into town here. We've got a group. Maybe we'll get a chance to see some of that area of effect damage. And that didn't do much to him. Maybe a little bit. But it definitely did a little. Okay, you're inside. We're one-shot killing super mutants with torso shots too. So, very effective. Highly, highly effective weapon, even without stealth. Uh-oh, Face Eater. Oh, he's not dead yet. Oh no! Oh, we got him just in time. Just in time, and I managed not to blow my own legs off for once. Okay, let's head up to the second floor. We've usually got a couple upstairs. And yeah, spawns have been weird since the update. But, there we go. And look how much damage he took from that first shot. So yeah, if you can do it like that, that's very efficient. But as I was saying, yes, spawns have been affected by the update. So if you're on public worlds, you will find that things are not respawning properly. I hear a Face Eater. I don't see him anywhere. We'll just move along. Let's get a little closer. Keep an eye out for the Face Eater. Okay, one down. He's only a little guy, only a level 50. You're only a level 60, but gets the job done. And as I was hunting for that last super mutant hound here, I couldn't find him and my game crashed. So we are just going to head right back over to Vault 76 and talk conclusions. So the big question, the one we always ask, is this weapon good? Well, duh. Yes, it's good. This weapon is fantastic. Even without perfect stealth, even without a perfect build, we're running around killing things extraordinarily efficiently. If you want a one-shot kill type weapon, I can't really point to anything better than a Gauss shotgun or maybe a Gauss rifle if you're a rifle build. But this thing packs a huge punch. It's fun to use. It feels good. I like the feel of it charged up. When it hits, it feels like it hits hard. You've got some nice visual effects that go along with that. So I think they did a great job with the Gauss shotgun. You'll look at those kind of pulsating electronic lights. It's awesome. This thing's great. It was definitely one of the best additions to Wastelanders, and I am a huge fan. If it has a downside, it's the fact that it is a slower firing weapon. You need to charge it up before you take your shot. It makes it really efficient for general farming. So if you don't mind cranking out some 2mm rounds, you can use it for your general farming and legendary and XP grinding. But if you're going to go for a boss fight, you're going to go fight the Queen or Earl, there's benefits to having a shotgunner there for crippling effects, in particular for the Scorchbeast Queen, but it's definitely a slower firing weapon. So where DPS matters, you might feel like this one comes up a little bit short in those really intense fights. But other than that, this thing's pretty great. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to bring us to the end of the video. Remember, as always, if you enjoyed it and you want to see more, do go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter. There's always a lot more to come on the channel, from more videos like this to lore and story videos to live streams of Fallout 76 and other games. We're always having all kinds of fun here, so definitely come around again. I hope to see you next time. Until then, I'm Fisty McRib.